Here we are playing Doki Doki Literature Club on PlayStation 5, and we ended up making Natsuki cry. Natsuki voice squeaks. See tears on her face. My flat kept the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No, I don't even care that much. I'm just having a really bad day today. Natsuki says again. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to. So it's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head. Just every day. It's so hard. I just want to come to the club and... Natsuki fell silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright, well, I'll help clean this up. I'll move the rest of your manga for you. Pick up volume 2 of Perfect Girls. Well, set this one aside. This help cheer you up a bit, right? I can get started on it once I'm done here. Suki looks up into her glossy eyes. Her lip quivers. You're really nice to me, eh? That sounds really strange coming from Suki. Didn't expect that at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know. And Suki lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I could do. The next couple minutes are silent between us as I begin gathering the scattered books. I make sure to slip them into the box in their correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box onto the shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. Then I got on the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of her box from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. It's nothing. Natsuki is holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you. Anyway, you're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up, if you insist. We sit in the same spot as last time, and I open the second volume. Natsuki is more clicking through, laughing and pointing things out to me. She's surprising and sharp, making note of subtle, repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how everything ties together in this manga. Guess Natsuki has good taste after all. So sometime when I can get her attention as usual, and it's time to share poems again. I guess I'll be holding into this for now. Yep, even you sound more enthusiastic than time. Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know. Okay, told you. Yeah, I return to my seat and flip the book into my bag. Sayori. Suki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now she must have read it more than once. Is that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's very good. Okay, it's there. I said it. This wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You are trying to press me. Obviously, I think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine. Give me a break. Well, in this case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you. Your Suki's face freezes like she just realized something. You're trying to impress me? Suki vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. I have to use butter. Red face and Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. I clearly you do something to Natsuki. I just saw her rush out like that. I didn't do anything terrible, did you? No. I just told her that. My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monica that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Monica sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She reads through it, her smile not fading from her face. I see, you wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Claire? Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. Didn't understand Monica's joke at all. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It was just something for you to think about. Hey, Natsuki comes up and snatches the poem out of Monica's hand. Neither of us had noticed her when we entered the country. Did you read this, Monica? Of course, I like it. You should really stop reading things that aren't for you now. You have a bad habit of doing that. But Claire wrote this poem, and you're supposed to share with everyone, right? And Suki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Claire is done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just going to hold it to this. If you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Never mind. Natsuki. I'll give you the poem, but that's still not very fair to Yuri. She hasn't gotten to read it yet. So what? Well, I guess fair is right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading it. Fine. Natsuki returns my poem. It's not like she's going to like it though. Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. I read this already. Okay. What the fuck, well done, player. You definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore, but it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone and their writing, and I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, player? Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself, and yet it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer, and even my opinions are just opinions, you know. As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? You read things for a good minute. That must be terrible, eh? For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me, Yuri. It's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. Just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking, being disliked. Yuri, what am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay. Here. Anyway, I already read your poem, but you can go ahead and read mine now. did I read this? The lady who knows everything. No, tales. Tales of a lady who wanders earth. A lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift to the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall and I fall and I fall and fall even more, gentle as feather, a dry quill, expressionless, but a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amounts to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. I'm going to go with Yuri. Oh, we got something. Side stories. Balance. Okay. Mail. Staying focused on our goals. Paula Miner. From Paula Miner, entitled Mail Group Do Not Use. Tuesday, December 5th, 2019. Staying focused on our goals. As a reminder to help guide our data collection and analysis performed should be focused on answering some of these main questions. How does granting elevated access to the VM affect a person's emotional state? How does granting elevated access to the VM affect a person's values and goals? How does someone effectively navigate and experiment with their ability to change the contents of their VM? How is elevated access being weaponized? What actions and values most contribute to the destruction of the universe? Most importantly, how might your observations apply to our own universe? Bonus, how can we present this to upper management as an operation that benefits the company? On a related note, whoever changed the color scheme of the desktop to pink, can you please change it back? It's unprofessional and it runs the risk of drawing eyes. Paula Miner. Get Paula. New pictures on. Fucking hell. That is all. no new song. Oh, this is new, I think. Now we're waiting for Yuri. Oh, come on. Time. Writing the perfect song for Yuri. Agonizing. Graveyard. Variants. Stable. Quality. Sadma. This way. Controllable should be. What's this? Extreme, extraordinary. Infallible. Suicide. Capable. Strange. Fickle. Escape. Malicious. And whirlwind. Okay. I'm really curious to talk to you a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Hey, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how you have 2 copies of the same book. Hey, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that you isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What is it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There is an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Really made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark tone came from nowhere. Very gently giggles all of a sudden. You're not a fan of that sort of thing, prior. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so, yeah, totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and exclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. Sorry, hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. No. Guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it right. You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. Quickly retrieve the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine. If I sit here, alright. Slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. Just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone I see well. Just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. You open up the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just Yuri. You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, here we should look, right? I slide my desk till it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. I think I read all this. Come on. But player, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I don't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. Yes, I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone, I think it's about the time we share today poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Maybe it's spared from finishing her thoughts. That's alright, Yuri. You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. No, it's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know. That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright, then stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. Nice to see you're putting in some effort. That's good. Let's see what you've written for today. This is pretty good, player. My influence by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday. Yes, you could say that. I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes. Since I respect you for trying new things, you don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I noticed Yuri peering at me over her book. But she looks away just quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation of her own accord. So I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I couldn't tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. Didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. Sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. Gosh, it's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today. But when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. I see, but then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Where the world is full of meaning, often hiddenly beneath plain sight, and there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Oh, so you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too. I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Really, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Yeah, I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looked deep into my eyes. expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that so she will be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. You're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? So, as long as you're okay with it, yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Sayori, this is your best one so far. It's really nice prayer. Thanks. Sayori, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Hey? Of course, everything's fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Hey? You want to nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on his face. We're alright. Hey, player, I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Atsuki, but in the end, yeah, I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else. Wait, of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. Still understand you the most, Yuri. And you will have sometimes put up with me. I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something. And this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Theory. No, player, I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Theory has trouble keeping her voice steady. All of a sudden, if you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Theory. I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Theory. I probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Theory shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing fair, it's just a little wrinkle. Sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? See you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Going with Sayori. Fuck you, no. I guess I should probably be helping Monica. Hey, you picked me. Hold on. 1 second, yeah. Monica. You're the one. Maybe this. Come on. Okay, we can finish this now. Got new side stories, huh? I need balance and reflection. Picture. So these two left. 76% data. I can't read anymore. My mouth hurts. We'll leave this for later. There's some ghost picture you can get. should be 5 of these. Yeah, we need this. Three pictures, 6 poems. Okay, let's finish here and continue. Fine, let's all stay safe and